Hi everyone, James here with another LEGO review. This time I'm taking a look at the LEGO Marvel Superheroes Iron Man 3 Iron Man vs. the Mandarin Ultimate Showdown. Sorry, got a bit lost there. But basically, this is the smallest of the LEGO Iron Man 3 series. Now, like a lot of people who've seen it over the weekend and a little bit of this week, basically you'll know what happens in the movie and whether or not, etc., etc. I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen it. Honestly, that's the way I want to do it. Unfortunately, sometimes I might lose my tongue, so basically, but moral of the story is I'm not going to ruin the movie for anyone. Now, basically, here we have the Ultimate Showdown view. We have the awesome Mark 17, aka Heartbreaker armor, which just looks epic. We have the Mandarin with a nice double-barreled gun that LEGO seem to be giving a lot of their new sets, and we have him in a four-wheeled buggy flamethrower missile shooting thing. Honestly, that is the most I can make out of that thing. But basically, moving along, we have, very nice Heartbreaker armor. On the back, we can see that, it fires missiles. Apparently, this thing can actually rotate, which looks good. Tony's faceplate can lift up and down. Yeah. We have all this gibberish stuff that nobody ever reads. Marvel, LEGO, very nice Mark 42 armor pick, I must say. Just looking for other stuff to read. I guess that's about it. And here we have the actual set itself. Unfortunately, this somehow feels like not one of LEGO's purest sets. I'm sure there's probably worse, but LEGO's a great company. And yet, I feel as though this is being a little bit subtle. Well, what I mean by that is, while you have two great minifigures, the third and largest piece of the set looks like a piece of absurdity and of an abstrosity. Basically, put in short, what is this thing? Now, yes, the Mandarin actually does drive this thing, and you can actually store his gun on the side, which is pretty cool. If I can get it on. Well, there we go. Now, you can actually have the Mandarin sitting inside this thing. And yes, the most important thing is that it does in fact roll. Now, this gun turret of a thing actually does rotate, but the thing is, it's so weird, who would know what to do with it? Now, granted, it does have two firing missiles, which is pretty nice. At least LEGO have considered some things. But the point of the matter is that this thing looks too weird. Now, look at it like this. If you removed this, that still looks okay. If LEGO had added, instead of this weird thing, if they had added, bigger missile launchers, or say for example machine guns on it, that would have looked better. Now, I know LEGO's rule is don't have war be part of children's play, or whatever you want to call it. That was LEGO Principle 101 since day one. But basically, this still feels a little bit weird. Now, granted, it rolls. That's the important thing about any vehicle thing. Sorry. But basically, you do have a nice little Mandarin minifigure. Articulation-wise, his arms go all the way forward, all the way back. Wrists pivot 360. Legs go all the way forward and all the way back. And the head does rotate, but basically the head does rotate if you just use the Iron Man one. It does rotate, and in the case of Iron Man, his faceplate does lift up. And there's Tony's little face. But basically, well, the Mandarin actually does come with two little heads, if I take a look. We have his little stern face, and then the other side we have an evil sort of grin. We do have a very nice black beard, and we have plenty of nice detailing on the Mandarin's suit, or outfit rather. The only thing is, somehow I would somehow think of this as something to do with a safari tour. Honestly, that's the only thing I can really think of it as. So yeah. Now, Mandarin-wise, he's good. He's good. There's nothing wrong with him. Now, you can actually take his little gun, and he can hold it. And the gun looks very cool. So, yeah. Then we have Iron Man, or aka the Mark 17, or the Heartbreaker armor, which just looks phenomenal. I mean, we've dark red, we've gold, we've a great pure blue for the eyes, a great pure blue on his back and core. I mean, that looks great. There's plenty of nice gold highlights, and there's plenty of great silver highlights on the chest and back too. For me, although in some cases the blue might seem just as though it's thrown in there, I think it works. I think the Mark 17 works. Now, of the three new Iron Man minifigures we've gotten for the Iron Man 3 series, or the Lego Iron Man 3 series, this one has to be one of the best. Besides, War Machine and Mark 42, I think this one is just epic. I mean, again, same articulation as the Mandarin. The faceplate, it does lift up, which is great, and if we take a look, basically the helmet, or the dark red helmet piece, is the exact same as what we've gotten before. The faceplate is where the differences come in. I mean, we have a dark red streak coming down from the top, we've a great colour of blue for the eyes, silver chin, and a little bit of red at the bottom of it. As for Tony, his face is actually the exact same as what we got for the Avengers. We have a nice little grin of a face, then we have an angry sort of face. Yeah. So yeah, minifigures, great. Now, I haven't really told you guys what I've really felt of this thing. Now, I know I've just tried to explain it and failed miserably, but I'm gonna go back to it. Point is that it rolls well. It actually rotates on this thing here very, very well. It's whenever you use it that the thing seems pretty darn useless. I mean, yes. Now, this thing here does actually rotate straight down, but of course it goes straight up, straight down. And then this little thing here rotates, well, pretty much pivots up and down, but it's it's a good range of motion. I mean, you could go straight up and fire at the sky for all I care. You could shoot down at the vehicle for how bad it is. Heck, this thing looks as though it even comes with a mini flamethrower. Now, if this was a vehicle, this would look extremely badass, honestly. But the thing is, it is not a real vehicle. This is made for the Iron Man 3 line, and yet I don't know what to say about this thing other than it's mostly useless. Now, yes, it does fire missiles and it rolls. Those are the main good things about this set. The good things. This is bad, honestly. Now, colour-wise, it looks good. It all blends together very nicely, and all. That is it. Is this a good set? Well, if you want to get the minifigures, yes. Vehicle-wise, no. And I kept saying, no. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. But basically, yes. This is not a bad set, but it isn't exactly a great one. Let's put it like that. But I do still recommend the minifigures. They are great. I especially got this set for the Iron Man minifigure. So yeah. Now in the end, this is again a decent set. Not exactly a great set, but it'll do for now. And this is this review complete. Okay, this is Knight/2020 Junior. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/2020 Junior. Have a nice day. See you all around. Until next time. Bye everyone.